Welcome to Intuitive Astrology with Molly McCord. Thank you so much for joining me today, as this is a Monday podcast episode where we focus on a particular astrological topic or theme. And today we're going to look at the energies of Mars conjunct Venus in Aquarius, where their exact conjunction will begin on February 22nd at 6 degrees 59 minutes of Aquarius, and they will travel together to 8 degrees of Aquarius before Venus moves ahead. So this conjunction actually starts to pick up when Venus and Mars are both at 5 degrees of Aquarius, but their exact conjunction is at 6 degrees 59 minutes of Aquarius. So this is significant for a number of reasons, and we're going to talk about it in today's show. You'll want to identify where you have these degree points in your natal astrology chart, because in fact, the first decan of Aquarius is very active right now. 0 to 8 degrees of Aquarius is where a lot is coming through, bursting open, evolution, awakenings, advancements, new downloads, new insights. This is even the energy of divine intelligence streaming in to your consciousness, giving you a bigger understanding of not only your life path, but where to go next, what is calling to you, that next dream, that next vision, but with a higher level of understanding and consciousness. And it is in formation. These energies are very intense throughout all of February 2024. And there's also something here that is working with us quite deeply and quite personally, especially in the realms of relationships. And that is how I'm going to approach this topic, because Venus and Mars, especially conjunct, are the dynamic of the masculine and the feminine. There is a reset here, a relational reset. And so you could understand this both internally within yourself, which is being in greater touch and understanding with what you need, what you want, what is in alignment with your energy and your future, as well as seeing it through the energies that are playing out and showing up in your life. And keep in mind that Aquarius is the bigger picture of people we know. It involves friendships. It involves social media groups. It involves people you meet through the internet, people who are at a distance. It also involves those that you share activities, hobbies, passions with. So this could be some changes you are already undergoing in any of those themes, in any of those parts of your life, as well as the new people who are coming in, and also the people you're outgrowing and you no longer have a frequency connection with. So this can certainly signify a turnover in friendships, in connections, and that is going to be something that is strongly activated here with this Venus-Mars conjunction. Now, before we get into more of the specifics of the conjunction, it's important to pull into the story the fact that both Mars and Venus have just experienced or will experience an immediate conjunction to Pluto at 0 degrees of Aquarius when they enter the sign of the water bearer. Aquarius is the 11th sign of the zodiac. It is fixed air, fixed mental vision. It's what you're focused on, that you want to move towards. It's futuristic. It's connecting you with something that's opening up for you, and how to connect with your energy in a way that could feel quite immediate, quantum, foreign, even weird. And it activates new parts of our awareness that we just didn't realize was available to us. Now, I've already done a number of shows on this Aquarius energy, so I don't want to repeat myself here, but it's important to set the stage that as Mars enters Aquarius and makes that conjunction to Pluto, which is exact on February 13th, then Venus will enter Aquarius and make that conjunction February 17th. This Pluto energy is deeply transforming the feminine and the masculine. And you could feel this inside yourself, your internal feminine, your internal masculine. You could feel this again in your connections, your relationships, your partnerships, people you're interacting with. Keep in mind that everyone is feeling this energy to some degree. And the conjunction with Pluto to these personal planets makes something more personal. It has a deeper effect. There's something that you're feeling or sensing that could even be coming alive in you in a whole new way at this time. Pluto is initiation energy, especially at 0 degrees of Aquarius. We're beginning a whole new story, a whole new book, and we don't know where it's going to go. In Aquarius, it's not going to be linear, step by step, 1, 2, 3. Rather, it's going to be accelerated, fast moving, and chaotic. And there's something within us that's coming alive that could be very jolting, very uncomfortable, almost like a deep realization or something awakening in you that you're seeing for the first time, or you're seeing it in a new way. So this energy is working with each of us personally in the middle of February. And then by the time Mars and Venus are conjunct, February 21st to the 24th, there's even more that is co-created. Now, with Mars conjunct Pluto and Venus conjunct Pluto, it's almost like the masculine and the feminine are both moving through a very intense threshold, a very transformative, evolutionary process that could be hard to conceptualize and even compartmentalize. There could be things within you that you're sensing for the first time, and you're wondering, what do I do with all this? This is powerful. It's almost like a powerful breakthrough, deep realizations, something shifting dramatically and personally. Because Pluto is the energy of transformation. There's a permanent shift with Pluto. There's no going back. There's something that you can't go back to, which is connected to a previous understanding, a previous level of intelligence, a previous level of consciousness. This energy is stirring up more that we're really understanding is going to be useful, even if we don't know what to do with it right now. But it is a next level awakening. And this is where shocking developments happen. Big breakthroughs occur. Life changes happen rapidly with this energy. And in February, the month of February 2024, this energy signature repeats itself. So there could be things that you're feeling or sensing, especially if these energies are working with you more personally in your chart, that you feel like you're becoming a new version of yourself. A new part of your life is showing up and is ready to commence. There could be parts of yourself that you're seeing in a whole new way with a fresh understanding of your gifts, your capabilities, what you want to do in the world, what you want to step into and offer, as well as where you might have a new passionate cause, which is also Aquarius energy, where you want to do something that makes a difference, that has an impact to it, that really aligns with what you're feeling or sensing is needed in the world now. But this could also be a deep internal revolution that you're moving through that others aren't aware of. And that also depends on where you have the first decan of Aquarius in your natal astrology chart by house placement. Because the house where you have 0 to 8 degrees of Aquarius is very active right now in how it's igniting this next chapter in your life, a new understanding and even a new frequency within you that you can't deny. I mean, this Aquarius energy is electrifying. It's lightning striking quickly. It's something accelerating and happening fast because that's the energy now. So we've been in a lot of Capricorn energy since 2008 with that Pluto in Capricorn, showing us the tradition, what's expected, what we've always done. It's been very much about the hierarchy. And with Pluto in Capricorn, that has been challenged, dismantled, revelations have come up. But now Pluto in Aquarius is much faster moving. So for all the ways you maybe felt like things were moving at a very steady, slow pace, here comes this Aquarius energy, and all of a sudden it's 0 to 90 miles per hour overnight. And that can be exhilarating and overwhelming. And that's part of this energy signature here, as not only Mars and Venus make a conjunction to Pluto in Aquarius, which again can be life-changing. Something can show up, some kind of breakthrough, some kind of understanding that you can't deny. And then when they move forward, as each planet moves forward, they are transformed. This is these gateway energies. It's that threshold. And going into the fact that Mars is masculine and Venus is feminine, it could be a very clear line in the sand between old masculine and new masculine, between old feminine and new feminine. And that could be something you're feeling within yourself in your own evolutionary journey. It could also be something you're sensing and realizing in your friendships, your partnerships, and your connections, where if you've been doing the work and you are leveling up, that's what you need in order to have a frequency match. You need people who are in that same energy, who have that same level of connection, of awareness. And I feel like this energy is happening in a way that we can't control it, because this is a bigger part of a soul journey. This is a bigger part of an evolutionary process that we are each individually undergoing, but it's absolutely affecting the collective energy field as well. So this can mean big relationships changes, big friendship changes. This could be significant in terms of if you're connecting with a new level of your own power in these connections, in these friendships and partnerships. And that's Pluto as well, is what has been repressed power or what has been held back that now must come forth. And it comes forth in a way that can be very surprising and jolting. This can be big makeovers, big renovations in connections, where if you're in a really great, solid connection with somebody, maybe it's a long-term partnership or a marriage, or there's something that you share together, this is going to activate new joint visions. Are we on the same page with where we're going in the future? What do we both want as a team? And that is Aquarius energy as well. It's not only the tribe, but it's the team, like the team spirit, the sense of we are all in this together. So you could have that in your long-term quality, healthy relationships, is that you're ready to identify where you're going in the future together and to make those shared values clear, to identify this is what we want to co-create and experience together. Now, on the other hand, with Pluto working with these relationship energies, there could be things that come up that show you where you're going in different directions. You're on different growth trajectories. You're moving in a different manner. You're not on the same page. You're aware that you're not on the same team. So this is where there will be some deeper understandings of who is meant to journey with you, who is moving at the same speed of life and who is not. And so this can be very disruptive and chaotic as these realizations come through. And Mars and Venus in Aquarius both process things intellectually. They want to understand the various components that create the whole. Now, both Mars and Venus in Aquarius are heavily in their mental bodies. There's a lot of thinking, but it's very intelligent. It's very much about strategy and moves and what to include, what to pull in, how to think outside the box, how to throw out the box, how to do something in a whole new way, and to trust that, to see that that is what will show up and play out as a solution and as a direction forward. And so it will be important to be very honest with your intentions with this energy. Because not only is this a fixed sign, and the fixed signs don't want to change. They want to stay the course, stable, reliable, consistent, and they won't budge. The fixed signs will lock in to gear, will lock into a direction. And you want to be very honest with yourself and have the right intentions for what that direction is. Because it can be hard to do any turnarounds. It can be hard to switch tracks with this energy. There's almost this undercurrent of what is the commitment here that you're making to yourself? Where are you placing your energy and following through with it? Because there is also some wisdom built into this, where if you sense where you're going, if you sense what is calling to you, and maybe even it's that sense of, I'm really feeling my future self's intentions, I'm really feeling my future self guiding me, then that alone can strengthen your intention and where you're putting your actions and where you're willing to show up and move something forward. But because Aquarius energy can be so unpredictable and impulsive, even to the point of being wildly erratic, you want to make sure you're not just doing something from a deeper need to just move the energy or be rebellious or act out. Aquarius being about the crowd, the people. So it could be doing something for others or doing something because you think that's what they expect of you. But is it what you want? Is it really true to you? And this is a vital thing to sit with and be aware of, because of how this energy will lock in, can be too much in the mind, in the logic, in the rationale. But if there's a disconnect from the body, from the heart, or from your intuition, you're going to feel that too. So be very intentional here as we move through February and ensure that you are on the best and highest trajectory for what you truly want. And that alone will be satisfying. That alone will be validating that this is what's best for me now. So both the feminine and the masculine are moving through a very powerful portal. This is a big deal. And there's things that we're changing within ourselves that we don't want to do again. We don't want to be in the same patterns or habits. And that conjunction to Pluto will show you what has been operating behind the scenes, similar to a computer operating system, where now comes the upgrade. Here is the software upgrade that is going to change these parts of your life, of yourself, deeply and permanently, even if you don't see it right away, even if it's not evident. Remember, this is a collective shift, and it's working with each of us personally. It'll work with you most personally if you have planets or points between 0 to 8 degrees of Aquarius, or the fixed signs being Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Also, it'll be working with you if you have 0 to 8 degrees of the air signs, which include Gemini and Libra, plus 0 to 8 degrees of the fire signs, Aries and Sagittarius. So this is where we play Astrology Bingo, and you look at your chart and see what you have, if anything, between 0 to 8 degrees. And that would show you not only what Pluto is deeply changing within you, but how the feminine and the masculine energies are evolving forward into this new foreign playing field that you haven't been in before. There's powerful reset energy here, resetting relationship dynamics, resetting friendships or those connections that matter to you. There's also a reset occurring in our own perceptions, in our own internal cognition process, where perhaps you're seeing things in a new way, in a different light. There's parts of you that are opening up. And I'm seeing this through that third eye really coming online, that third eye growing vividly. Even if the third eye was opening and it felt kind of blurry, this is now vivid, clear colors. This is stark imagery. This is something that you're really seeing because you can't deny it. And I feel it expanding and looking like a movie projector or an expansive viewpoint of what you're meant to see. Oh, it's interesting because now I'm seeing those new Apple Vision Pro headsets or whatever they're called. They're basically an artificial recreation of how we can use our third eye and how they create something digital in our physical environment. I'm seeing that that can actually block the growth of a healthy third eye. It can slow down or repress our natural capabilities, our natural energetic gifts. That it's a simulation of that third eye busting right open, and that we're capable of having that Apple Vision Pro on our own terms within our own energetic development process. And so you could have some very clear foresight arrive, some clear visions from the future or future potentials, future timelines. I also feel like this energy is pulling in and integrating those previous future visions that are now a reality. And so this is where you could have some kind of instantaneous development in your life with this energy, that instantaneous connection, instantaneous dream realization that is actual now, that you're living it. That's how fast moving this is. That's the quantum field experience, where all of a sudden it's just your reality. And it's because the energy was building behind the scenes. Now here it is. Now it's real. And now it's moving forward. It can also happen quickly. It can move fast, whatever this might be for you. And it can be head spinning. It won't seem logical. Again, it might not even be something you're comfortable with if you're used to things happening on a certain timeline. This energy, it throws out that timeline and it goes up into the energetics that are solid and alive now. So this is why it can feel chaotic and disruptive, because maybe you've had a dream or something that you've really wanted to experience or create, and now it's reality. Almost like overnight, it's reality. And that can be jolting to our human senses, especially to the earth signs and the water signs. The earth signs are typically the builders. You go through a process, you look at your resources, what are the limitations, what do we have to work with? And that's typically more of a steadfast, step-by-step journey. The water signs are more about the flow and the trust and just keep it open and let's see where this goes and let's not connect with anything. Let's just allow the energy to keep moving and see what develops. And this is not that. This energy is fast moving, where the fire signs and the air signs are really feeling alive. The air signs and the fire signs could feel like, finally, this is giving me life. This is giving me energy. I love this momentum. I love what's happening. This could be a lot of communications, a lot going on that is busy, especially in the mind, in the throat chakra, especially on your computer, the internet, social media, connections that feel invigorated. And it could be shifting your daily reality in a way that you didn't see coming. And that's the other thing with this strong Aquarius energy. It's unpredictable. And that's why something comes out of the blue and all of a sudden it's just here, or it has your attention, or whatever the case may be. So I feel like there's something that you're really ready to activate within yourself as Mars and Venus move across Pluto and then have their conjunction. Again, it starts around 5 degrees of Aquarius and goes to 8 degrees of Aquarius. Now, this means they're on the same page. There is a reset here. And it's also a brand new synodic cycle with Mars and Venus. It also closes out the previous cycle, which started back in February and March of 2022. And that's because Venus and Mars actually had 2 conjunctions in February 2022 at 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 degrees of Capricorn. No, it continued on. They actually were conjunct for an extended period of time. And they then entered Aquarius together back on March 6th and 7th. And they journeyed together until Venus moved ahead. So they were conjunct, let's say about 3 weeks in February and March 2022. I'm remembering that now. And it was rare for Mars and Venus to be traveling together for that extended amount of time. Now they're meeting up for only a few days, only a few degree points, and it is both an ending and a beginning. And you could feel that something is changing over for you. In fact, there's something that has to permanently shift in you as part of your awakening, as part of your evolution, and as part of the growth of your own feminine and masculine needs. This can be new concepts and understandings of what you need, how you want to live your life, what is correct for you, what's in alignment for you that you just didn't see before, you didn't realize before. It could be a whole new type of relationship that you've never had before, first with yourself, but then with others. This can also pull in or bring in new kinds of people, people that you wouldn't have previously met or connected with, people that are different. And at first, maybe you think they're weird, they're out there, they're very avant-garde. But that's exactly what this energy wants us to pull in and connect with as a way to see how we are ready to relate to new people or to new parts of ourselves in a fresh way. Unexpected partnerships, unexpected friendships, new things that you want to do or try that you've pushed away or you never thought it would be interesting. This is where you could see the energy come through as, wow, that looks really interesting. I really want to see if I'm good at that. That's part of a Venus-Mars conjunction, is that a new passion comes alive, new ways of using your energy, new things that you would enjoy are going to come up as well in this cycle. Conversely, you could be leaving behind what you're not interested in. It served its time, it's run its course, and it just isn't even giving you much life anymore. That's also a part of this cycle. Mars energy activates Venus and it stirs up what she wants to create or experience in the world, how she wants to show up, her confidence levels. It also will activate her deep creative core and what she wants to create that really has meaning to her, that gets her excited and again takes her into some new places within herself. Mars will also activate the financial energy and self-worth signature that Venus in Aquarius holds. This could be doing something new and different with your financial resources. This could be spending money in a whole new way or looking at investments through a new angle. Aquarius is complicated though. It is many things operating together, but Aquarius can dig into that, see how all the pieces come together and then decide, is this the right path for me? Is this correct? But looking at how the energy progresses after the conjunction, both Mars and Venus are going to square Jupiter in Taurus and then Uranus in Taurus. And those are surprises, unexpected resources, big decisions, something being sold, getting rid of something you own and realizing it's too heavy, it's too much, it's weighing me down or holding me back. It's also then looking at, this is what I would rather do with the money instead, because it connects with freedom. And that's important with the strong Aquarius. Where do you feel more free to have the life you want? Where do you feel that your energy actually gets turned up to 11 because you get to go do something new or cool or different? Maybe you've always dreamed about it. Maybe it's something you thought had to be on a certain timeline, or you had to wait 3 years. And now you're like, never mind, I'm doing this now. I want this now. So there is a rising up of what you want now that maybe you thought you had to push away, but the energy is jolting you, it's inspiring you, and you're realizing, I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to follow this bucket list adventure or this wild hair of an idea because I want to be open to what is my best life. What is in alignment with living my best life now? Now, these squares, these upcoming squares that both Venus and Mars are going to have with Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus will feel destabilizing, will challenge the practical nature of things, because the Taurus energies are about the here and now and even how to be stable, secure, more conservative. Let's hold off. Let's wait for a better time. But there's an impatience with the strong Aquarius energy that is basically operating off the philosophy that the future is now. Today is alive. Let's just go for it because I don't want to wait. And that's the impatience that you could be wrestling with or feeling as well. Now, it's interesting because I'm also seeing an algorithm shift here with Venus conjunct Mars in Aquarius. Something is changing in the higher levels that we're feeling or sensing. And it's changing in how we want to show up in the world. There could be something you're sensing in your body, in your appearance, that you're ready to shift or alter. Maybe you want a makeover. Maybe there's something you want to change in your style or in your overall appearance. This certainly relates to the rebirth energy that Pluto stirs up after we have something significant die or end. So don't be surprised if there's a lot of crazy new debuts or wild announcements or things just happening that are shocking and jaw-dropping, because there's a need here to move big energy, but at a personal level. And again, that's because Venus and Mars are personal planets, and they are bringing together more of our authentic frequency now. And as long as that's something you're tuning into and you're allowing that energy to move you forward, it's going to lead you to more happiness because you're trusting who you are as an individual. Aquarius wants to individuate, wants to be separate. Don't hold me back. Don't make me fit in. I don't want to be a cookie cutter. I don't want to have to be a part of something to understand my purpose. I want to do me. And I want to understand more of what that looks like at an individual level. So allow this to support your sovereignty in some fashion. Allow this to support your personal expression. Allow this energy signature to show you more of who you are that you didn't even know you were connected to. This could come through as new guides, feeling connected to more of a star family or galactic energies, more cosmic codes, more parts of yourself that, again, that sounds really bonkers and off the wall until it doesn't. And you're like, wow, yes, this resonates. I love this. This is a part of who I am, and I'm ready to accept it. A lot of ideas can be tossed around, a lot of planning for the future, a lot of exciting concepts can show up, and there can be a lot coming through around technology, space, computer, engineering, the internet, social media, a lot going on all around us as these ideas and information is stirred up and thrown around, even to the point of overwhelm and overthinking. And so one of the strengths of Aquarius is that it can keep its cool. It can stay focused on what is essential and where you need to go. Aquarius actually relates to air travel, and I always think of a solid Aquarian energy as a pilot who can steer the ship through various weather storms and experiences, a pilot who steers the plane filled with people, has the responsibility of their lives and of all the cargo on board, but who can maintain control, who has their eyes on the horizon while managing the intricacies of the dashboard, and who stays aware of interference or anything else that would steer the plane off course. That could even be an interesting visual meditation to sit and do and look at what is showing up on the horizon for you, what is coming through, especially as the clouds part or the storm passes. What is showing up for you that is drawing your energy forward, that is grabbing your attention and seems to be very interesting, very worthwhile, as well as a new start of some kind. Another way that this theme of a new start and a reset is coming through strongly is that Mars is the ruler of the North Node in Aries. Venus is the ruler of the South Node in Libra. So here we have a new energy configuration connected to the nodes of fate, where you could see the karma and the path ahead in a whole new way through that Aquarian lens of the higher perspective, new downloads of understanding, seeing the bigger picture of it all as well. Then going back to the importance of intentionality right now, you could be ready to do something in a whole new way that changes what you are moving towards. Because the nodes of fate are about opening us up to new growth potentials, something could lock in that you're feeling a solid yes. Yes, I'm ready for this. Yes, I want this. And yes, I'm done with that. Whatever that South Node in Libra represents, The Venus in Aquarius energy is helping you understand what that relationship was about, what that partnership, what that connection, whatever that dynamic was, because the South Node in Libra is also where we're very honest with ourselves about what we've brought to the table, what we were engaging with, how we were communicating, also the themes of giving and receiving. And you could have something now that just makes sense. It just logically makes sense, and it gives you a peace of mind to do it differently now, to be in your higher frequency, to be more in alignment with your awakened self, and to move the needle forward in some way that perhaps only you are aware of, only you know about. But this is the reset. This is the desire to do something new in a way that connects to these new parts of yourself that are coming online, and maybe even feeling like there's a new dream to go for. And that's something that Mars will take action on, especially in Aquarius, especially in group environments or anything related to Aquarian ruled themes. So not only is that the technology, the science, the futuristic developments, but also what moves you forward on your own spiritual awakening path where you know yourself more. So that absolutely involves astrology, human design, numerology, gene keys, perhaps a new energy healing modality that you want to branch out and try, take some classes or workshops, or just follow where that energy is leading you forward into more of your own authentic vibration and knowingness. So on that note, I'm going to throw out a reminder about the Midnight Sun cruise that I'm hosting in June, where we leave from Iceland. We make 2 stops in Iceland, go down to Scotland, and then end up in Copenhagen. And during this cruise, I'll be teaching 7 different workshops, and we'll literally be seeing the scenery and terrain in a new light, because this is unfolding during the midnight sun, which is when the sun doesn't fully set in the month of June at these northern locations on the planet. So do check it out, midnightsuncruise.com, because many staterooms and cabins have filled up and sold out. There are still some available. So if that is in alignment with what you want to experience this year, perhaps it is a bucket list adventure that you want to have, please join me. Please join us. And it's going to be a very exceptional time. And again, all the details are at midnightsuncruise.com. And we do have a travel agent named Diane. She's fantastic. She's responsive. She's informative. She's been doing this for years. She can help you with any questions or logistics that you want to figure out. So this Venus-Mars conjunction is quite exciting, spicy, zippy, zangy, juicy, upbeat. It's meant to get you moving. It's meant to put you in alignment with what you're ready to do next in your life. And it's meant to be something that you're really connecting to because of how it's you. It relates to you in some manner, in some capacity. I will be touching on this energy again in my Wednesday podcast, where we go through the weekly astrology of our times, and I hope you'll join me for that next show. Otherwise, I hope this has helped you understand and prepare for what you are ready to reset and move towards during this energy and this new beginning that is commencing between the Mars and Venus archetypal energies. So as always, thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to connecting with you again soon as we continue to discuss these big astrological energies of our time, as well as how we can maintain our power, light, and choices as we consciously move forward on our journeys. All of my current offerings and programs can be found at mollymccord.online. And I look forward to connecting with you again for our next podcast episode. Take good care, and I'll see you back here soon.